talk a lot, but I always get questions like, please give us an in-depth routine. So this is it. First and foremost, my makeup philosophy is natural, everyday, not doing too much, not changing too much about our appearance, just refining and evening out the skin tone, stuff like that. Skin prep is the most important, by the way. This is one of my favorite skincare products. It's a glazing milk from Rhode. But getting into the actual makeup, I'm starting with this glow serum from Merit. Just a little bit for a beautiful base, and I mix it with the Great Skin Priming Moisturizer as well. By the way, we're in my brand new bathroom. I have my moving vlogs on the way. I just wanted to get this up first because I just need a little bit more time with the moving vlogs. I want to make sure that the vlogs are really good for you guys. I'm so proud of my YouTube editing. Like, I have been having so much fun and I don't want to rush this vlog. So it will be up next week, but for the meantime, we're gonna have fun with this video. If I'm going on a night out, I will always color correct with the Huda Beauty Faux Filter color corrector in the shade Papaya, but that's not today. We're just getting some things done around the house. So we're just gonna go straight in with foundation. This is my holy grail. I've been using this for years and years now. I'm pretty sure this is my 4th or 5th stick of the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation, and this is the shade Almond. This is my winter shade, and we are just transitioning into winter, so it might be a little too light, but you can really focus it where you want it. I don't want it everywhere. I just want to concentrate it in places where I really need that even coverage. I like to use a brush that comes with it from Hourglass. You can just sort of glide it onto your skin, and keep in mind, we're not really aiming for perfection with this makeup routine. We just want even skin and a beautiful flushed glow. Also, trust the process, okay? It's not gonna look amazing until it all comes together in the end. It does match my neck. My face is a little darker than my neck, I'm not sure why. Next step is concealer. Again, this is my holy grail. This is my favorite concealer for years and years to come. I cannot believe how well they've mastered this formula. Again, it's from Hourglass. It's a Vanish concealer. I've truly never met a concealer that has such a beautiful full coverage finish. And for the girlies like me with some dark under eyes, you need all the help that you can get. We're not gonna go for some light coverage, cute under eye concealer. No, we need the big guns. Hourglass actually says that you should only use 2 dots and that's all you need. The director of artistry has actually done my makeup a few times, and she really believes in a beautiful minimal finish, and I love it. But when I get home, I actually just smear it on, as you can see. Love you, Alex. But this is the way I gotta do it. I'm getting a black one with the Sephora sale. Okay, let's get to know each other because I'm still pretty new to YouTube. So my name is Eman, as you can see by this channel title. I'm 27 years old. I turned 28 in 2 months. I live in Canada. I was born in Toronto and I now live in Vancouver. So I kind of hopped from east to west throughout my childhood. I have 2 older sisters and a little brother. So I used to be the youngest child. And then when I was 7, my little brother came along and changed that for me. But my family still calls me the youngest girl because I think I do have younger sister syndrome. What else? I went to university for communications. I went to Simon Fraser University in Vancouver, and I loved my experience there so much. By the way, I just put a little bit more concealer in the dark spots of my under eyes. Ooh, we're gonna move on to bronzer next. What brush did I use? Yeah. I'll use a different bronzer today. And we're gonna use a Westman Atelier bronzer contour. It's kind of in the middle, and then we'll warm up with that Charlotte Tilbury later. Yeah, my minor was in print and digital publishing, and we learned a whole lot about video editing, a lot about magazine publication, stuff like that. So I had such a great practical university experience. I started working in the actual field that I got my education in, which is communications. But first, I graduated and I instantly got an internship to a beauty startup. It was a really exciting time. It was a Sephora brand, so it was a really great time to be in the company. I was there for a lot of big milestones, and I pretty much did a lot of content for them. I did their influencer program, stuff like that. I worked heavy in the influencer space. It's honestly a lot of experience. They say at a startup, a year there is like 5 years at a traditional corporation, and I could not agree more. I learned so much. I learned how to work with speed and hustle and intention and pure purpose, because we were so mission driven. I stayed there for about 2 years, and then it was time for me to move. It was completely a financial decision, and I just kind of wanted more for my life. So I went to the corporate sphere, and I worked for a very large restaurant group doing internal communications. I really loved that experience, you guys. I had such an amazing time. It was kind of a shock going from a 8-person team being the second employee to working on a team with thousands and thousands of people, and having my job as the internal communications person to speak to thousands of our partners, our employees every single week. It was a huge adjustment. Also, having to work with so many people, it's a little difficult. Whereas before I used to kind of work in my own silo. I actually hope this makeup looks good, because this is my first time doing it in my new bathroom with new lighting and stuff like that. So I really can't tell you what it even looks like right now. Anyway, stayed at that job for 3 years. It was the time of my life. I had such an amazing time at this company. My bosses were incredible. I was really close with the C-suite. I got to travel to amazing places like New York, Hawaii. I went to Germany for work. Just places like that, Toronto a lot. The future was really bright for me. If I stayed there, I really knew it, because I feel like my leadership team poured into me. We're gonna use some of the Laura Mercier to just pack in that under eyes, not too much. And after 3 years, things were getting really busy with my own personal work, I guess. I really was at a crossroads. I was at a fork in the road, and I had to decide what my next step was going to be, because I could stay at my corporate job and really just keep on moving up, going up that ladder, which I would have been happy to do, or I could venture out on my own and see what I could accomplish. Okay guys, my camera overheated, so I had to do my brows off camera. They're looking a little thickums today, which is how I know I need to go get a wax. I was talking about being at a fork in the road. It was time to leave, or it was time to stay and progress. Ultimately, I realized that, you know, I've always known my dream was to be self-employed and see what I can get up to and see what kind of things I can achieve and accomplish in this world, and see what kind of difference I can make in this world, especially for young Black girls and women, and helping us realize a potential and a future that we could carve out for ourselves. So I figured at the age of 27, like, what better time than to jump and try and go for it right now. I also feel really lucky and blessed that I left with, you know, such amazing terms at my job. My boss is saying, if you ever fail, come back to us. We will do anything to get you back here, and we will create any position, like, you have a safety net here. That's what my boss said. That is obviously really, really nice to hear, because it is a very daunting and scary thing to do. So I was like, you know what? I'm taking a smaller brush. This is a Say dual-ended brush, and I'm gonna put it on my eyes and just sort of connect the bronzer all around. So that was 4 months ago. I took the leap then, and so far I've been soaring. I've been absolutely loving it. I have a vlog on my channel, actually. I think it's 2 vlogs ago, and it's a typical few days of my life. And it is very typical, because I shoot a lot of campaigns, you guys, for different brands, whether they need it for their channels or they need it on my channels. So I do a lot of that. I do a lot of influencer marketing for other brands, so helping connect them to amazing creators. I have 2 clients with that right now, and I'm just truly loving it. I'm gonna put a little bit under the eyes too, because you gotta connect it all, you know? My skin was feeling so parched, so I put on some of this Milk Hydro Spray, and it looks incredible. I love this stuff so much. I do feel like I need to powder a little bit more after I use it every time, but I love this powder so much. Okay, moving on to mascara. I have a few to pick from. I've been loving the Chanel one lately, so we're just gonna use that. I'm almost out of it, and I know that because I have to like really wiggle it in there. I feel like I'm in a place where in my life where I am like, work is my identity, and it always has been my identity. I've always been such a career woman, but I'm really trying to carve out hobbies and passions of mine that don't have to do with productivity or career or profession. So this year I really want to start learning how to ski. I want to take some ski lessons. I love Pilates. I love Legree. I also posted that vlog last week, the week of workouts and meals and stuff, so you can see the type of training that I love to do. I love music, obviously. My favorite artists. I love Jordan Ward. I love Beyonce, obviously. I love beauty. Like, beauty is what makes my world go round. I love different makeup and skincare. I love playing around with different looks, and that doesn't even have to be the most experimental type of stuff, but I just love trying out fun, effortless, beautiful looks. I love style. I really want to refine my style more, you guys. We're gonna do some blushes. These are my two favorite on this earth. I do like to layer my blushes. So first I'm gonna use the Rhode. This is in Toasted Teddy, the best shade that there is. Don't at me. And I love this fat brush from Chanel. It's just perfect for blush. It's a perfect size. Also, speaking of Chanel, I just got a bunch of holiday products in. So I'm definitely gonna show you guys. I'm gonna do a giveaway. I'm gonna do a luxury beauty giveaway because I wanna thank you guys for all of the amazing support on this channel. So make sure you follow and subscribe my YouTube, and also make sure that you check me out on Instagram because I'm gonna be doing multiple giveaways. I think I'm gonna do one on each platform. I just have so much to give away. We're gonna blend out. Just look how that completely warmed up my face. Next up is my other favorite blush. This one is Dolce Vita from NARS. You can clearly see how much I love this. I'm gonna use the Hourglass blush brush. This is pretty new. I would say like 6 months ago it came out. And I just concentrated a little bit more on the sides. And just like lightly feather it on. We're on lips, but this is not our last step because we got some things to do. Today, I want something a little more hydrating because I'm just doing meetings and then I'm gonna work around the new house. So I'm using the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Dimensional Dark Brown. This might be too dark of a lip liner, and also it's not a dedicated lip liner. It's like an everywhere kind of pencil, but yeah, it's a little too dark, but we move. Oh my gosh, that is way too dark. We're gonna lighten it up with the pencil in Versatile Chestnut. It's just a lip liner party. This is the Lancome Lippy Doll Butter Glow because I want something a little more nourishing. And this feels like, oh yeah, that's really pretty. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Just kind of made brown. Little pinky nude. We're gonna actually take a little bit of that off. And instead, I'm gonna put some of this Rhode in raspberry jam. Raspberry jelly, yeah. That's more like it. I'm not a full coverage queen, especially with lippies. Like, I need to see my lip texture, and if it's like a satin or matte lipstick, I get a little freaked out. One of the last steps, because I think I'm gonna add a little bit of a liner, but this is my favorite powder ever, aside from the Laura Mercier. It is Makeup Forever, and it is in the shade Tan Golden. And I use this to finish setting the rest of my face. I use it with the Makeup Forever little powder thingy. I'm really scared because this is very messy. Dip one in, scrape off the excess, and then I sort of put my hand like that. And then put it under my eyes. So you can see, that is the makeup look, you guys. As you can see, it's pretty natural. We still see some texture. We still see some skin showing through, and that's the way that I like for it to be. I also now have been letting my beauty marks show, but because I don't have Q-tips at the new place, I can't take the makeup off right there, but that is the look regardless. If you have any questions about anything that you saw today, make sure you comment below and I will make sure to answer. If you want any shade names, if you want specifics, if you want me to let you know how a specific product is, let me know. And tune in next week, you guys, because the moving vlogs are here. They're here and they're large and they're in charge for sure. I'm really excited to start this new chapter and document it on YouTube for you and for me and my future daughter and everyone to just be able to look back on. And I hope you have an incredible, 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 incredible day.